It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Pats and the Saints, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Patriots.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Mayfield on play action.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Sanders. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. And this one is right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it.
And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot.
And he works free. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Mayfield down from the 50.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And
he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And that gives him 9 for the season, and I've been around the game long enough to know this. 10 is the benchmark number, right? People want to get to there because that really signifies that you've had the year that you've been looking for and also gives you respect around the league.
Throwing on first down. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. It's Myers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Back to throw. Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Sanders. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown, New Orleans. Justin Jefferson with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. What's good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Now Jones throwing on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing. Mayfield. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Dancing to his left. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones.
Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it up.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 down at the 33. To throw, Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Justin Jefferson
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. New England's offense set to go.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Jones to throw on third down. Complete, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Play fake. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. On second and 10, Jones, his throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Jones now on third down. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. New England on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. We'll check on his status when we get back. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Back to throw. Jones. To to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Quinnen Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now out come the Patriots. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Jones. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He's going to let it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down. Slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He'll buy some time right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That is bombs away right there. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, open man right side, Myers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get